Strange conspiracy theories about our solar system in 2020. Fifth, the all-seeing eye of Saturn. In 2007, NASA published some new images taken by the Cassini spacecraft, which was sent to take pictures of Saturn in the 1990s. The images showed a shocking hexagon that encompassed all of Saturn's north pole, leading scientists to speculate as to what caused it. In fact, the scientists at NASA have been unsure as to why such a thing would form on a planet with Saturn's atmosphere. The image was shocking not only because it seemed to be so geometrically precise, but also because of its immense size. NASA scientists say that the equivalent of 4 Earths could fit inside the area of the anomaly. Of course, while NASA is not yet ready to make a judgment as to why the hexagon is there, theorists at Natural News have some ideas as to what is going on. The writer at Natural News links to the photo shared on NASA's website and points out that the photo clearly does exist and that NASA does not understand the phenomenon. He then claims that if you look closely, you can see a pyramid and 2 concentric circles. After this, he suggests that you whip out a dollar bill and notice that the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar is the same image floating in the Saturn photograph. He tries to fend off accusations of being crazy for making such a suggestion by repeating that he is simply stating that the photograph exists, and that the all-seeing eye is there, but that he is not making any specific claims about aliens, gods, or the New World Order. He also suggests that NASA could have faked the eye that he sees in the image, but he has no idea why they would do such a thing. Fourth, President Obama has been to Mars. President Obama has been accused of being a secret Muslim, not being American, and, in some theories, a secret sleeper candidate specifically designed to take down the USA from within. He has been criticized for a lack of a service record, along with a lack of experience at most things political before he took office. However, some theorists claim that Obama only appears to be hiding those secrets because he's actually hiding one much bigger, one that would make him look good, perhaps, but that he cannot talk about to this day. The theorists claim that, way back in the 1980s when Obama was in college, he participated in a joint program run by the CIA and DARPA and became a chrononaut. They claim that Obama was teleported to Mars using something called a jump room and that he went on dangerous missions on more than one occasion. We call these people theorists, but 2 of them claim to be breaking their silence by telling the truth. They were supposedly chrononauts as well. These missions were supposedly meant to help us forge an alliance with the Martians to help protect us from intergalactic threats to our species, and Obama was supposedly told that his mission was to be seen and not eaten. Of course, if these theorists were actually telling the truth, they would probably not get away with sharing classified information so easily. Third, we colonized Mars decades ago. Some people think that the only hope for humans is to find some way to colonize Mars. For years, we have been sending probes and trying to get a better understanding of the landscape and the life that may or may not have existed there. Speculation continues to increase every year as to when we will be able to send a manned mission to Mars, and what kind of challenges we will continue to face. However, some people are convinced that we went to Mars long ago and have had a colony set up for a while. For those who believe in such a notion, there may be new evidence that has come to light. In 2014, a woman who would only call herself Jackie claimed that she used to work for NASA and that she saw evidence that we have colonies on Mars, or that there are actually intelligent Martians living on the red planet. According to her story, she was helping bring the Viking lander down on the Martian landscape when she saw 2 figures walking toward the lander. She claims that she and her colleagues nearby had their feet cut out as this happened. They ran upstairs to try to get a better look, but their superiors had locked the doors and taped up any cracks so they could not look through. The woman speculates as to whether it was aliens or fellow humans, although her theory seems to fall more on the side that they were human colonists. Of course, You may not necessarily believe her story, considering her other pet theory. She thinks that the 9/11 attacks were just holograms. Second, the Hubble telescope moon argument. One of the more rarely heard theories about the moon landing is that the government could easily prove that it happened if they wanted to. As far as they are concerned, the fact that the government hasn't supplied them with the proof they demand is proof in itself the events never occurred. Their theory goes that we have the Hubble Space Telescope, which is able to take amazing pictures of distant galaxies. With such a powerful telescope under our control, it should be as simple as pointing it at the moon and taking pictures of all the landers that were left behind. With these pictures, the government could easily prove the moon landings, and the fact that they haven't is a smoking gun to their sneaky, underhanded cover-up operation. Except, of course, for the fact that the Hubble is capable of doing no such thing. According to astronomer Phil Platt, of Bad Astronomy fame, the problem is one of resolution. The Hubble telescope, and most large telescopes on Earth, are built for resolving very distant images. The way their resolution works, something as small as the lunar landers, or even a football field, would be indistinguishable from any other. Despite this obvious argument, the belief persists among some theorists. Platt has pointed out that, even with such pictures, the theorists wouldn't believe them to be genuine anyway, because they would have come from the government. First, the Phobos failure was caused by HAARP. A few years ago, Russia tried to send a probe to Mars. It was dubbed the Phobos Grunt. From nearly the beginning, the probe was beset by challenges. While still in orbit around Earth, before it could even head off to the Red Planet, it started having problems communicating with home base. The probe was supposed to head off to Mars once it reached low orbit around Earth, but it orbited higher than it was supposed to, and then just kind of kept orbiting. When stations on Earth managed to establish contact, even the ones in Russia received confusing encrypted data. Eventually, the craft completely failed, and theorists started ruminating over what could have caused it all to happen. While some like to blame things we can't control, like the supposed Martian curse that plagues missions to Mars around the world, others pointed their sights at the US. The theorists believe that the Project HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, is to blame for the failure of the Phobos Grunt. While the US claims that HAARP is only meant for experiments to understand the ionosphere, the theorists believe that it has also been used in an attempt to control the weather, so it's hardly a stretch to think that it was also used to bring down the Phobos Grunt as part of America's continuing Cold War against the Russian people. Thanks for watching.